Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Rob here at Smirking Gun Reviews, back to talk about the penultimate episode of, wow, Stranger Things Season 3. We're on episode 7. Only one more left, and it's called The Bite. So full spoilers if you haven't seen this episode. Still more notes. Gotta keep it straight, man. So, just like today, it's Happy 4th of July in Hawkins 2019. No, just going to kind of mark this for myself just in case I forget. And for the archives, you know. So it's 2019 and it's our Independence Day. This episode takes place on the 4th in Hawkins. And it's, it's going to be a big party, right? Kaboom. So did anybody else notice the carny that put Mike's mom in there? He looked like, I don't know, he just reminded me of Tom Cruise from Born on the 4th of July. And then I was like, well, wait, maybe that was an homage to Born on the 4th of July. Because, I mean, swear to God, there's a gnat. That gnat is back. There's so many homages. Why not throw a Born on the 4th of July extra in there? And when I listened to her husband talk to her, Mike's mom, I don't like Billy, but honestly, his mom should have slept with Billy. Okay? If Billy may be an asshole, but I think that's one lady who seems to be in desperate need of some attention, if you know what I'm saying. And I don't mean that in some sexist way. I just mean she was willing to go almost do it with Billy. She needs some loving, and this guy is such a dweeb. Then we get this huge exposition dump where as the characters are all starting to meet up and everything, or if somebody just happened to drop in on episode 7 to explain all the things that are going on right now. But they are all in the cabin. They're setting up kind of like Night of the Living Dead style, but I was just like, dude, they're saying that basically, like, if this thing wins, if it takes out 11, it's going to kill her and then kill all of us. And so they just have that freak out moment. They run outside. It's coming right at them. This thing's huge, knocking down trees. So they go inside. I was like, this thing's going to tear right through that fucking house. It's knocking down trees. A stationary house isn't going to do shit. But they still barricaded up all nice and cool. Like I said, Night of the Living Dead style. Dustin tries to get out, but they go right back in. Trying to escape from the fucking mall. Apparently now is like Escape from New York. Again, I'm just making connections all over the place because I got 80s nostalgia on the brain now. But I feel like in the house that they're hiding in, really would be safer outside, maybe. I don't know. Maybe close quarters is better. It seems like you'd want to be somewhere where you could actually run away from. Because they don't do anything, they haven't done anything to really stop this thing. They just keep stalling it and running. I mean, the plot's following them, so thankfully that's fine, but, at some point we're going to have to kill this fucking thing, right? And so then 11 just, everybody else freezes, okay? So like, except for Jonathan, okay? Let's give it up to Jonathan. He's actually taking an axe to the fucking thing, and he gets knocked down. So 11's using her powers to fuck this thing up on her own while everyone just stands there. And I like, come on, don't give me this their kids bullshit, okay? It's Stranger Things. All these kids have they got balls of steel. They'd be willing to go and fight for each other. But it's just the plot. Any of these people, they do it later, but just not until it's more dramatic for 11 to get pulled up almost into the thing's mouth. And then everybody goes, oh yeah, let's go do something now. I mean, it's still, that being said, it's still a really intense scene. It's just like, I don't like it when they do that. And like, sometimes they're afraid, sometimes they're not. It's just all for dramatic effect. And like I said, it looked cool. I loved watching her do the powers with both her hands, freezing the thing and cutting their heads off and all that. It's really cool to see, but I just still find it, just wrong from a character standpoint of everybody else. Like, oh yeah, now I can pick up the axe. And then she proceeds to rip its head like in half, which it was like, I thought, oh, this is it. she's finally going to just destroy this thing. And then no. That it one of those things is attached to her leg, and they're running away, and the thing's like, its head's all flopping away, but they get away. But she's been bit now, and so they've got to go get, find a place for her to get healed up. We get our Back to the Future movie scene where Dustin and Robin are supposed to, run out the course of their drugs by sitting there watching Back to the Future while Dustin tries to find a way out. They get finally a hold of Mike. He gets a hold of him in with the Russian communicator in the movie booth upstairs, the camera booth. But they can't understand him, and when he gets back, frickin' Erica let them go, so they're gone. Then we get the whole thing with the explanation from the Russian guy, the 2 men, 2 keys, they got to put in, Planck's constant. So they know how to do it, but now they got to get in there. But the Russians like laughing at them because basically, they got that Terminator there. What are they going to do? But they have to get in there, and Hopper and Joyce get called out on their shit in the car. Finally, at least one of the characters just goes like, no more of this he said, she said, or will they, won't they. You guys are making everyone miserable. Just shag or shut up, basically. When the Russian finds out they haven't even slept together yet, like, yeah, if you're going to fight that much, you might as well get something out of it, right? Sorry. Then the kids, Lucas figures out how to make dynamite, so there's some foreshadowing there. Like I said, that mall's getting blown up, right? Episode 7, the Mike apology. That's what I wrote down. So Mike can apologize, but can't say he loves her, even though he already said it, but she wasn't in the room, and now he can't. So I'm predicting that he'll say he loves her at the end, maybe because she's what happens at the end of this episode. Mike and Dustin's reunion, I really loved them talking on the radio because everything was made more exciting with the Back to the Future music playing in the background. Like, it was all dun 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 dun. It really made the scene better. Back to the Future makes everything better. There was supposed to be a plan B. There was a plan A that failed. Plan B, I don't know what that was going to be. It sounded like it was probably going to be cool. But they don't even get to that because we got to go to like a plan C, which means find Steve and Robin because they bailed while Erica was probably enjoying Back to the Future. You're watching a really good movie. How are you going to have the time to check out a couple of dumb druggies down there who probably, were laying on the floor? But they're not. Instead, they're out in the hallway talking about how great the water is and that Marty McFly wanted to bang her son. Which is fine. Which leads us to vomit time, where they finally kind of sober up. I wrote down the line, "Pick up, you commie bastards." Gary Elwes. Again, he doesn't get much to do here, but that was just funny. I had to write that down. Plus, then I wrote down the power of eggos. So apparently, maybe she needs to be in a happy place, so they finally gave her the eggos aisle where her powers will be better there. I don't know. But then we have this just interesting dropped out of nowhere discussion about how John Carpenter's Thing and the original of the Thing is like Coke and Coke Classic. He's not wrong. It is the same concept, but he's wrong that New Coke is better than Classic. It's just, he's right about the analogy or the whatever, but he's wrong about that. New Coke sucked. It sucked. He's just weird. No, look, if somebody out there liked it, then it's fine. It's fine. I just fundamentally, more than the majority, I would say. That's not even a minority that thinks the New Coke was good. Okay? So, anyway. Sometimes the majority is right. Just in certain things, okay? Just in certain stupid things like that. Oh, and then we find out Robin's gay. I really honestly didn't see that coming. I don't care. Because it's how they handle it after the fact that he realizes that this is somebody that he really likes, and that, you know, Dustin was right all along, and this chick is awesome. She's awesome. I would have dated her. But then he finds out she's gay, and, you know, once he's over it, and he makes her feel better, and makes her smile, and makes her laugh, and it's like, this is why Steve is the best character. And then Dustin. You know, and then you put Steve and Dustin together, and you just get these really great, funny scenes with two characters that do something with the nerd character and the supposed cool guy character. That's why these have been the picture on there. Also because there's like no spoilers in these really. But anyway, that was good. I really liked that. Again, another great moment from the Steve era end of this story. I wrote, escaping the mall's a bitch. Yeah, apparently now mall cops can make you stop. I mean, come on. People would have just been like, what? Get out of my fucking way. The Russian guy is told that they're rigged games, but they're not. But he may be able to win a Woody Woodpecker, but he can't win his way out of this show, so he gets taken out by the Russian Terminator. We think maybe he'll live, but no, he gets taken out. And it's a pretty cool scene, though. I mean, he kind of steps in front of the guy with the corn dogs and just goes down. And again, all these references are just so fun. I don't care if it really is too much and whatever, but they're just the fact that they're just really embracing the thing that should have made Stranger Things special from the get-go, which is just throwing 80s nostalgia at us in a clever way. And that's what they're doing here again. And this is definitely like the first season's really good, but this is probably the most fun. This is how it's going to go down. Like, this is the one that just embraces the ideas that you could do with a show like Stranger Things. And then Hopper and the Funhouse is fun. Hopper finally gets to kick somebody's ass. Like, again, I guess I should say. This is a Hellboy that I wanted to see. But of course, later on when he gets the gun and he shoots the guy, it's like, headshots, please. Come on. You know you're fighting an assassin. A Terminator, if you will. And you don't shoot him in the head? Because what? You wanted him to die, right? So who cares if he can't talk if you shoot him in the fucking head? Always check for body armor. Or plot armor. Because I guess, okay, because this was round 3. And Hopper, I guess, thinks he won, maybe. Like, he's probably going to have that joke of like, oh, I don't have to worry about him again. Oof! So I guess round 4? If you're paying attention. But we now know that Hopper knows where Dustin is, or, you know, and Steve is, so they're headed there. And at the same time, Steve and them are about to be caught by the Russian mall cops. When 11 shows up, flips the fucking car that they've got there as the show model in the mall, and kills all the Russians. It's a really great shot. It's really fun. Finally something, you know, they can all do. Everybody's getting together. We have our big catch-up where everybody's telling each other, like, oh, well, they were dealing with, you know, more Demogorgon, you know, flayer shit. They were dealing with the fucking Russian installation over here, and they still don't know what the parents were dealing with. So once everybody gets together, we're almost all caught up. It's all leading to the mall, and like I said, I have a feeling that it's going to blow up. And the question for going into this episode is 11 going to die? Is she going to become one of them and die? Is she going to become one of them and get, you know, freed from it all? I mean, I'm betting that she's going to be fine in the end, but dark horse, you know, idea is that maybe 11 doesn't make it out of this. I don't know. She's probably going to be fine. But that's still, like, nobody's bit it. And that's why I was, like, thinking maybe it'd be ballsy to kill 11. Especially if, you know, the way Netflix is about 3 seasons and done lately. So who knows? I don't know if this has been picked up for season 4 or not. I don't know if that's been out there or not. But anyway, that's the penultimate episode. So only one left. That'll be up probably within the next hour and a half. So if you liked this review, please hit the like button, comment, share, subscribe. If you're not a subscriber already, please subscribe to the channel. It'd be great. Thanks a lot. Otherwise, this is Robert Smirking Gun Reviews saying it's been a long day of reviewing stuff. And I went to work. And I donated plasma. So it's like a holy crap, I've kind of had a day. So we'll see you on the next video, and thanks for coming to the channel. Bye.